Welcome to Wayne County Now. This is Friday, May 31st, 2024. I'm Dustin Fuller reporting. A reminder, these and other local stories are available by visiting us at our website, mywaynecountynow.com. Let's see what is making news this morning. Wayne County Board held their special session last night in Courtroom A of the Wayne County Courthouse. Several community members were on hand at the meeting. The board, following the Pledge of Allegiance and prayer, voted to enter executive session. Andy Glover voiced his concern about entering the executive session, stating that the session should have been done at the regular session earlier in the month. The board gave Coroner Kerry Dack a raise of up to $23,500 for the first year, and then year after year, 3% raises were put in place. The vote went 9-4. Dag was originally looking at trying to go up to $50,000 in salary. However, as mentioned, the board only approved raising it to $23,500 for the first year, and then 3% raises in years 2, 3, and 4. A school resource officer was also discussed for the Wayne City schools. School would be responsible for 86% of our current 5-year deputy salary. Any issues raised, depending on what the county is paying for as well, were brought up, and it would basically state that the school would still pay 86% of that salary. Contract for the school resource officer between Wayne City and the county is 3 years. Board voted in favor of that school resource officer unanimously. The National Weather Service has confirmed so far 12 tornadoes in the Paducah National Weather Service area. One of the newest confirmed tornadoes came from the storm involving White County, Illinois, and Gibson County, Indiana. The Grayville-Fort Branch tornado was on the ground for about 24 minutes, starting at 8:25 p.m. It was ruled an EF1 tornado with peak winds estimated at 110 miles per hour. Tornado path was 22.3 miles in length. National Weather Service officials say that they are investigating another tornado in Gibson County from Fort Branch to Somerville. A survey team is set to be on the ground today for that. Today and tomorrow will be the first free swims of the season at Fairfield City Pool. Free swims for both days are being sponsored by Gordy and Diane Toombs. So far, there are only 2 announced free swims of the summer. The Fairfield City Pool is open for regular swim hours from 1 until 5, Monday through Sunday, with night swimming on Wednesdays from 7 until 9 p.m. Daily admission is $5, with the admission for night swim $3. A Fairfield man was sentenced to 8 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, followed by 6 months of mandatory supervised release in Wayne County Court on Thursday. 41-year-old Edward A. Riley will spend the time behind bars for theft that occurred on December 24th of 2023. According to officials at the circuit clerk's office, an appeal has already been filed for that sentence. Riley was credited with 40 days of time served. As part of the plea agreement, the court recommended Riley to be placed in a substance abuse program. Riley will also be responsible for court costs of $704. A Blueford man pled guilty to DUI in Wayne County Court on Thursday. 26-year-old Nicholas S. Parson pled guilty to the offense. He will serve a year of court supervision and pay court costs of $2,181. Another charge of the case was dropped. Parson was credited for 1 day of time served. A Fairfield man was arrested by Fairfield City Police following discovery of a warrant on a petition to revoke pretrial release. At 2:43 p.m. on Wednesday, authorities booked 46-year-old Bobby Cottrell into the Wayne County Jail. According to the warrant, Cottrell was out on pretrial release in a case involving unlawful possession of methamphetamine. Cottrell is scheduled to make a court appearance in Wayne County Court on June 13th. This is Wayne County Now. We'll have to check your weather forecast here in just a moment.
When you need concrete or masonry work, New Gen Concrete is your go-to in Wayne County and the surrounding area. They can help you finish that concrete project with anything from flat work, stairs and stem walls to decorative stamping and masonry resurfacing. New Gen Concrete, set in stone on Williamson Drive in Fairfield. Call 618-516-5002 or email them at newgenconcretellc@yahoo.com to get on the schedule today.
No time to run to the bank? No problem. People's National Bank makes banking easy and convenient with PNB To Go mobile banking. PNB To Go allows you to deposit checks, pay bills, transfer money between accounts, view your statements, turn your debit card off and on, and much more, all on your smartphone. It truly is banking at your fingertips with PNB To Go mobile banking. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Taking a look at your weather forecast on Wayne County now. Looking at mostly sunny skies today. This will be the last real day we have rain-free for a little while. Expect a high of 80. Tonight, showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm late. Mostly cloudy at 63 will be the low. Showers, thunderstorms are in the forecast for Saturday and Sunday. As showers, thunderstorms possible Saturday, high of 75 for Saturday night. 40% chance of showers and storms, mostly cloudy, low 61. Isolated chance of showers and storms Sunday. Expect a high of 82 under mostly sunny skies otherwise. Partly cloudy Sunday night, the low 64. Showers, thunderstorms Monday with a high near 85 under mostly sunny skies. 67 the low Monday night. Showers, thunderstorms the forecast. Showers, thunderstorms the forecast Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Highs on all 3 days in the low to mid 80s. Lows in the upper 60s. This is Wayne County Now. We want to thank you for joining us. We'll go ahead and take a look at obituaries. Obituaries on Wayne County Now, presented by the Johnson Devon Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, and by Everlasting Florals, 900 West Delaware in Fairfield. 94-year-old Robert M. Russell of Mill Shoals passed away at 2:10 a.m. on Thursday at Wabash Senior Living in Carmi. He was born December 1st of 1929 in Evansville, Indiana, to Bernice M. and Daisy Merritt Russell. He had a special companion, Mary Vompel, for over 25 years. Bob was a veteran of the U.S. Army Air Corps and was also an area manager for an offshore drilling company, traveling all over the world with his job. The one thing Bob loved to do was ballroom dancing. He was taught by Arthur Murray and then later worked with him in California, teaching others to dance. He and Mary loved to dance, not only in Illinois, but also in Florida, where they spent 6 months out of the year. In April of 2022, Bob was privileged to take an honor flight to Washington, D.C., for which he enjoyed very much. Survivors include his son, Robert Russell Jr. of Fort Pierce, Florida, 2 grandchildren, and his sister, Margaret Bushery of Mill Shoals, along with several nieces and nephews. He's also survived by Mary's son, Gary, and wife Barb Vompel, Steve Vompel, and Kelly, and wife Tanya Vompel, a daughter, Debbie, and husband, Bill South, and several of her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his parents, his companion, Mary Vompel, a son, Steve Russell, and a brother, Donnie Russell. Funeral services for Bob Russell will be at 12 noon Tuesday at Johnson Devon Funeral Home in Fairfield. Burial will be in Shrewsbury Cemetery in Mill Shoals. Military rites will be provided by the Anthony Wayne Post 176 at the American Legion and Wayne County Post 4535 at the VFW. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. until service time at the funeral home. Memorial donations may be made to the Mill Shoals Baptist Church and will be accepted at Johnson Devon Funeral Home. Johnson Devon Funeral Home of Fairfield, assisting the family with arrangements. 85-year-old Shirley Ann Pilcher of Fairfield passed away 4 a.m. Wednesday at Sisney Rehabilitation and Healthcare. She was born August 21st of 1938 in Wayne County to William P. and Ruby Grubb McNeely. On October 25th of 1956, she married the love of her life, Louis Pilcher, who preceded her in death in 2014. Shirley was a member of the First Baptist Church in Fairfield and loved her family, friends, and the Lord, and was always trying to take care of everyone around her. Survivors include 2 sons, Terry and wife Stacy Pilcher of Jeff, and Randy Pilcher of Fairfield, a grandson, Aaron Ray Pilcher, a great-grandson, Maxton Pilcher, and a brother, Richard, and wife Anita McNeely of Jeff. She was preceded in death by her parents, her husband, Louis, a grandson, Gregory Pilcher, and 2 brothers, Gaylord McNeely and Clifford McNeely. Graveside services for Shirley Pilcher will be at 10 a.m. on Monday at Maple Hill Cemetery in Fairfield. Friends and family are asked to go directly to the cemetery. Memorial donations may be made to the First Baptist Church and will be accepted at the Johnson Devon Funeral Home. Johnson Devon Funeral Home in Fairfield is in charge of arrangements. 76-year-old Richard Lloyd Parker of Sisney passed away at 9:47 a.m. on Saturday, May 25th at St. Vincent Hospital in Evansville. He was born on November 23rd of 1947 in St. Louis, Missouri, to Richard D. Dick and Mary Jeanette Norman Parker. His mother was the oldest first-time mother at Barnes Jewish Hospital at the time, being 39 years of age. On July 3rd of 1977, he married the love of his life, Peggy I. Atterbury Parker. Rick graduated from the Harrisburg High School class of 1966, and after high school attended the University of Missouri in Rolla, graduating in 1971 with a physics degree. Rick came back to Harrisburg and worked in the family business, Lloyd L. Parker Furniture and Piano Store. His grandfather started the business in 1914, and for the last 10 years of the business before the store closed in 1988, Rick was the owner. He was also a member of the Harrisburg Elks Lodge BPOE 1058 for over 50 years. Survivors include his wife Peggy Parker of Sisney, two sons Lloyd L. and wife Stacia Parker of Harrisburg, and Logan and wife Angie Parker of Flora, Lindsay and husband Lance Inslee of Sisney, and 8 grandchildren, Jackson and Luca Parker, Mason Lothar, Caden Parker, Kate Parker Savannah, and Anna Beth Inslee. He was preceded in death by his parents and grandparents. The body of Richard L. Parker has been cremated, and a memorial service will be held at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, June 8th at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield. A visitation will take place from 10 a.m. until service time, with burial at a later date at Sunset Lawn Cemetery in Harrisburg. Memorial donations may be made to Hope Ministries in Jeff and will be accepted at the Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home. Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home of Fairfield is assisting the family with arrangements. 81-year-old Dolly Jean Thomason passed away at 1:15 a.m. on Tuesday at Meadowbrook Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation in Grayville. That was on Tuesday, May the 7th, that is. Dolly was born in Detroit, Michigan on June 17th of 1942 to Charles Jerd and Catherine Kate Klobuchar Butler. She was a member of the Northside Baptist Church in Fairfield and had worked several years at the Fairfield Sewing Factory and later at Airtex, where she retired. Dolly is survived by a son, Kent, and wife Lisa Thomason of Fairfield, daughter Robin, and husband Jesse Thornton in Marion, Kentucky. 4 grandchildren, Shaylee Thomason of St. Louis, Missouri, Carver Thomason of Fairfield, Tara Beck of Fairfield, and Shelby West of Albion. 2 great-grandchildren, Keegan Smith of Fairfield and Vivian West of Albion. 2 sisters, Betty and husband Jim Beeson of Jeff, and Frances Musgrave of Grayville. She was preceded in death by her parents, son Brent Thomason, brother Bobby Butler, half-sister Pat Aston-Borsky, and half-brother Charles Bud Butler. Per Dolly's wishes, her body was cremated and a graveside service will be held at 2 p.m. this afternoon in Maple Hill Cemetery. Friends and family are asked to go directly to the cemetery. Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home of Fairfield assisting the family with arrangements. Full obituaries, including survivors, at mywaynecountynow.com. This is Wayne County Now.
The loss of a loved one can leave you with a lot of unanswered questions, feelings of stress and anxiety, and grief. The experienced funeral directors at Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home in Fairfield can help guide you through all aspects of the funeral process to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. Call them at 618-842-6006. The Johnson & Vaughn Funeral Home, 106 Northeast 4th Street in Fairfield, serving the Wayne County area with compassion, dignity, and respect.
If you're looking for supplies for memorial decorations or a memorial piece, look no further than Everlasting Florals, formerly Leg Manufacturing, at 900 West Delaware in Fairfield. Owners Chad and Melissa Musgrave offer a full line of wholesale and retail floral supplies, silk flowers for every season, and even manufacture a variety of items in-house, from wire and aluminum saddles to cemetery can holders, shepherd's hooks, and flag holders. Everlasting Florals, making the world more colorful, one stem at a time.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Time now for community calendar events on Wayne County Now. If you have a community calendar event, you can send it to us at news@mywaynecountynow.com. You can go to the community calendar submission tab at mywaynecountynow.com, fill out the form, and send it that way. Or you can also text it to us at 618-737-9996. Or even if you want, send us a Facebook message with the community calendar information. We'll get it up for you as well. News@mywaynecountynow.com. Fairfield City Fire Department and Marshall are putting together a pork burger and pork chop sandwich sale at the F&B parking lot tomorrow from 11 a.m. until they're sold out of pork burgers and pork chops. All the proceeds will go towards the recently purchased Children's Fire Safety House for repairs. The safety house will be brought to area schools to help teach children on what to do if a fire is to ever break out in their home. You're invited to bring your family on the first and let kids take a tour through the safety house and get their picture taken with Marshall and the fire truck. Hope Ministries of Jeff will be hosting a food giveaway tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. Lineup will take place at Jeff Grade School. What you'll do is you'll get in line there. You'll give the information, get registered. They will load the items in your vehicle for you. The food giveaway from Hope Ministries of Jeff takes place on the first and third Saturday of each month. Free swim today and tomorrow at Fairfield City Pool. That's presented by Gordy and Diane Toombs. Free swim takes place from 1 until 5, both today and tomorrow. The Journey Church on Leininger Road will be hosting a movie night. Sunday evening at 7:30, the movie will be Narnia. You're invited to bring a comfy seat and snacks. The church will be providing the popcorn and drinks for outdoor movie night Sunday evening 7:30 at the Journey Church. If you have a community calendar note, we invite you to give it to us. News@mywaynecountynow.com. Sports is next. This is Wayne County Now.
Whatever your project might be, Gibbs Excavating and Land Management, LLC, has the right tool and the expertise to get the job done right. The crew at Gibbs Excavating and Land Management can handle any job from stump grinding or forestry mulching, driveway repair, concrete demo and rock work to dirt and auger work, trenching, and even garden tilling. Call us 618-516-1462 or email Austin at austingibbs70@yahoo.com to schedule your free estimate today.
Back to Wayne County Now. Time now for a look at sports. Fairfield Community High School held their spring awards last night. With the exception of baseball, they will have their awards tonight. Starting off with Mules boys track, Chris Garver was named Most Improved. Skylar Bladel was the Newcomer of the Year. Trent Bless was named Field MVP. Grant Jeanette as Distance MVP, and Justin Johnson as Sprint MVP. The Male Mule of the Year was named Trey Mason. In girls track, Madison Weir was named Most Improved. Ren Braddock was named Newcomer of the Year. Emily Vaughn was named Spirit MVP. Myra Copeland named the Amy Turner Relay Award winner. Ella Sager was named the Distance MVP. Sierra Turner was named Field Event MVP. And Lady Mule of the Year was named Emerson Robbins. In softball, Peyton Harvey was named Most Improved. Caden Wells won the Defensive Award. The Offensive Award went to Olivia Rice, and the Most Valuable Teammate was Reagan Wells. In boys tennis, Grady Simpson was named Most Improved. Peyton Owens was named MVP. Baseball awards are set for this evening at Leo French Park. That will get underway at 7 this evening. Taking a look at Major League Baseball action. Took 12 innings for Tampa Bay to knock off Oakland 6-5. Minnesota over Kansas City 7-6. Milwaukee over the Chicago Cubs 6-4. Houston blanks Seattle 4-0. Detroit downs Boston 5-0. And Arizona falls to the New York Mets 3-2. Washington over Atlanta 3-1. And the Yankees defeat the Angels 8-3. In the NBA playoffs last night, the Dallas Mavericks punched their ticket to the NBA Finals. They defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves 124-103. NBA Finals get underway starting on June the 6th. That'll be next Thursday. Dallas will travel to Boston for Game 1 That is a 7:30 tip. They'll be on ABC. In the Stanley Cup playoffs, continuing last night. Florida defeats the New York Rangers 3-2 to take a 3-2 lead in that best-of-7 series for the Eastern Conference Final. Tonight, Edmonton is at Dallas. That series tied at 2. That is a 7:30 puck drop, and if you want to watch that game, it'll be on TNT. In the WNBA, action from last night saw Seattle top the Indiana Fever 103-88. Chicago Sky over the LA Sparks 83-73. Tonight in the WNBA, the Las Vegas Aces battle Atlanta at 6:30. Also at 6:30, Dallas is at Connecticut. Washington at the New York Liberty. At 8:30 this evening, Phoenix is at Minnesota. We've got History and Mystery coming up for you in just mere seconds. This is Wayne County Now. We remind you the latest in local news, weather, and sports anytime, can be found at our website at mywaynecountynow.com. Dave Land is here with you with today's History in the Mystery.
History, a bit of a mystery. I'm Dave Land. Let's talk about becoming an amateur historian. The Wayne County Historical Society continually searches for new material, new manuscripts concerning any subject on the history of Wayne County and its people. The Society hopes to persuade you that the investigation of history and the reconstruction of its past is one of the most worthwhile pastimes. Almost any topic of local history that you choose to research and write about is a worthwhile endeavor. A fine thing about writing local history is that it can be as complete or as sketchy as the writer desires. Share that story as you see fit. You may be surprised with the results, with how much you learn and how many others are interested. Much of what constitutes local history is within you. If you would but take the time to put your memories in writing, you can make a vital contribution to local history. In your attics, basements, and closets are dusty treasures, keepsakes, heirlooms, and relics, and you wonder why you keep them, but to you they tell a story and they give you a pride of family. Maybe somewhere in a box of old papers there's a diary. Diaries are a reliable source of history, as are letters. With a little bit of research and reflection, these items tell a story from the past. In addition to retelling family stories, you have a personal story. If you grew up in Wayne County, that story is unique to our area. Just as many buildings are fading into the past, so are those stories that need to be recorded. Write your story as best you can. You may be surprised with the results and what you learn from the process. The Wayne County Historical Society continually calls for new material, new manuscripts, new articles, new photos, and new reflections concerning the history of Wayne County. Only you, in this moment in time, with an awareness of the present, know what is important about the past.
Thank you, Dave. And time now for lunch and dinner menus at Fairfield Memorial Hospital for lunch today. You have the option of spaghetti or fish sandwich. Side options are breadsticks, Sicilian vegetables, marinated cucumbers or fries. Cook's choice for soup and sandwich of the day, and toffee pecan bar is your dessert. Dinner at the hospital this evening. Your options are pork fritter on a bun or chicken pot pie. Baked beans and carrots are your side options. Strawberries are your dessert. At the Wayne County Senior Center, taco salad is on the menu today. It includes meat, lettuce, tomato, onion, shredded cheese, chips, and salsa served with it, as well as refried beans, sour cream, and cake for dessert today. For the latest local news, weather, and sports, check out mywaynecountynow.com. More news this evening on Wayne County Now, including the Ray Tate case will be on the docket today. Also, there will be an arraignment for Johnny Green. He was arrested earlier this week and charged with reckless homicide and aggravated DUI causing a death. Just a couple things he's been charged on. For the latest local news, weather, and sports, check out mywaynecountynow.com. I'm Dustin Fuller reporting.